YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and we are back here on Destiny 2. Alright folks, we're going to go over a number of things in this video. We're going to cover all the new exotics that we know of right now within the Season of the Drifter. And yes, you're not being clickbaited. There is something on light.gg that shows a Gjallarhorn symbol, and we're going to talk about it. Also, we're going to go over how the whole armor set system works, how the synths that you get from playing Gambit work, and so forth. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the new exotics. So looking at the weapons, we see two unknowns in the Rboles, and I think I'm pronouncing that right. One of these has to be THORN, and the other one might be the exotic that's free for all players of Season 6 of Destiny 2. So if you have the annual pass, you get THORN. There is another exotic on the roadmap that's for everybody. So this is the Rboles. Now this is a really interesting one because this is a linear fusion rifle, but it is kinetic. So the main perk is called Compounding Force. Fires slugs that cause massive damage to elemental shields of enemy combatants. It's got extended barrel, projection fuse, and we have disruption break. Breaking an enemy shield with this weapon makes them more vulnerable to kinetic damage for a brief period of time. So we've got 5 in the magazine, and that is pretty much it. This looks like an interesting one. I saw on Twitter folks were saying they've seen this drop from exotic engrams. I don't know, let me know in the comment section if you've heard otherwise, but if this was a quest weapon, it would not be showing up here. So more than likely this will drop from exotic engrams. Looking at the THORN over on light.gg.com, we see the two main perks. Mark of the Devourer, rounds pierce targets and deal damage over time. Kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. Then we have Soul Devourer. Absorbing a remnant strengthens Mark of the Devourer and partially refills the magazine. So a little different than the Destiny 1 version of THORN, and I am looking forward to the quest. The impact will be 79, the range will be 40, stability 59, handling 68, reload speed 46, 85 for the aim assist, and it looks like in terms of the magazine, we will get 11 shots. For the Hunter, we have the Liars Handshake, and this is going to be for your Arc Strider, and we'll see if this will make me put down my good old Radiant Flux. So, using your Arc melee ability, or even being hit by a melee attack, will allow you to follow up with an extremely powerful melee counterpunch that will heal you. So I could see that being useful in PvP. You get meleeed, they may not kill you, and then you're going to turn around and punch him back and do a lot more damage. I wonder if that counterpunch in PvP will be a one-shot kill. Next up, we have the Gateway Artist for the Warlock, and the main perk is called Dynamic Duo. Hold L1 to convert your Arc Grenade into a supercharged Arc Soul. Then the Arc Soul function as an autonomous turret. So you're going to throw it on the ground far away, well not far away from you, probably medium range. You throw it on the ground and it will sit there and fire Arc Souls at nearby enemies that it sees. I could see this being useful in PvE or even PvP situations. Lastly, we have the Stronghold exotic gauntlets for the Titan, and part of me wishes we had one of these for every character because these are good for sword users. So the main perk is Clenched Fist. So guarding with swords increases move speed and does not drain ammo. Shots blocked immediately after guarding will heal you. So if you like to run around with the sword, you can block people and not run out of ammo. And actually those shots that you take, they're going to heal you. These are really good. I can't wait. Well, who am I kidding? I have the worst RNG. I'm not going to get them. A link was sent to me by Knack over on Twitter. And when you go to light.gg.com / the Midnight Special, well, it says the Midnight Special, exotic. We see the Gjallarhorn symbol, and it says a convincing, though non-functional replica of a fabled weapon. So no, I don't think Gjallarhorn is coming back. I wonder if this is going to be something or some sort of troll the Drifter has in store for us where we get a drop, we see the Gjallarhorn, and no, there's no Gjallarhorn. We thought we got a Gjallarhorn, but in reality, no Gjallarhorn. So now let's go into how all of these set pieces work. So first off, let's take a look at the loot that I got today. So we're going to throw all of this on right now, and we'll take a quick look at what happens. So when we're in Gambit, all of a sudden now we have these stats right here. I'm going to go over how this all works in a second. I just want to talk about the armor real quick. So you can see here I have 2 pieces of Sentry, I have 1 piece Collector, and I have 1 piece for the Invader. Now you can see the numbers here. If I want to unlock the different perks, all the way down to the bottom, which is the pinnacle perk, like for Collector, I can carry up to 20 motes. This enables you to send giant blockers to an enemy team. That requires plus 15. So right now I have plus 1. So how do we get to plus 15 to actually unlock that pinnacle perk? And how do we get these armor pieces right now? To get these various armor pieces and also maximize your stats right here, there's a number of things you can do and want to do. First off, play a bunch of Gambit Prime. When you play Gambit Prime, you will be getting these synths for the different sets. You have Reaper, Collector, Invader, and so forth. Then what you want to do is you want to go up here in your pursuits, and you're going to have a weak synthesizer. From there, you're going to go in and put one of these in based on what piece of armor you want next. Once you do that, then you want to go play the Reckoning. So let's say I want another piece of Collector, right? I put that in. I just put it in. Now I want to go in and play the Reckoning. And this week, the Reckoning is only tier 1. So it will give me a tier 1 piece of gear, which is why my stats are so low. If you happen to want to change it up, you can go down here to recycle, hold it down, and it will actually give you that synth right back. So if I go back to the main screen right here, the armor from tier 1 looks like it's really not doing anything for me right now. I need more gear. But I think what's going to happen is the higher the tier in the Reckoning, that's going to give us the more plus advantages. Like here we have Invader plus 1, Sentry plus 1, Sentry plus 1. And also you notice they have, let's see, Void damage resistance, Arc damage resistance, Arc damage resistance. So you are getting some other benefits besides having main perks. You could put mods on this gear also. But you're getting these, the Collector bonus, the Invader bonus, and all that sort of stuff, along with some sort of different element damage resistance, which I think is going to come in handy. But as we start being able to play the Reckoning tier 2 and tier 3, and start, let's say we get a piece that's, let's see, Invader plus 5 or something like that. Or actually, no, let's stick with Sentry. Let's say we get up to Sentry and we're at plus 12, right? We want to unlock that pinnacle perk, right? We go into Gambit Prime. Before we do that, we can go over to Collector here and actually use this as a consumable. I'm not doing it right now because I don't want to waste it. So you could use these synths as two things. One, you can go in and play put them into your synthesizer, go into the Reckoning, and you will get a drop at the end of the Reckoning. Or you could use this to just buff your stats a little bit to put you over the edge. Let's say I have my Collector set and I'm at like a plus 8 or plus 9 Collector. Well, I really want to get that cashback perk, which is gain kinetic and energy ammo whenever you bank. Well, since I have the Collector set up to plus 8 or plus 9, I simply can just use this consumable right here to give me those extra 3, and it will last up to 30 minutes to put you over the edge, and you'll get that bonus. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll be doing content all week on Gambit Prime, some strats. We got some pretty good strats for this week. It is all about Void, anything Void, Slova Bombs, Skull of Diamkara this week because you have modifiers. This week we have Void Singe, Prism, and also Heavyweight. So anything with Void, you could take down those bosses really, really quickly. I'll do a strat guide probably tomorrow for you. That's it, guys. Do me a favor. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor. Drop a like in this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.